when I was like 15 or 16, those were like really popular. And I feel like I had a pretty confident pretty confident in my body, and I had a pretty nice body. But I just saw everyone doing it. And I went out, spent $40, got a waist trainer. It was too big, but I was still wearing it every day. I did it anyway, but that's because that's what I was seeing. So when you're asking young women, teenagers, how does it affect them? I think when you're in that stage where you're trying to figure out yourself, you're trying to figure out how to be a woman, what it means to be beautiful, and you're trying to define your own standards of beauty, and then you have people in your face telling you, don't eat, stop eating, eat less, eat this lollipop, and try to only eat once or twice a day, things like that. It can be kind of confusing, and it can have a huge impact on how you're living your life.
So if that's the spin that you want to put into the whole setting of what we're discussing, then I guess you do have to realize that we do have to be, cognizant of the younger people that may not know exactly which way or how to look at themselves and how to appreciate that one body that they have. That really they should just be focusing on taking care of themselves, and you can't hate your way to loving yourself. So if you're having issues with, I don't like my arms, I don't like my legs, my butt's not big enough now because it wasn't style before. If you have big lips and big butts back in the day, or I don't know how many years ago it was, you weren't considered, to be beautiful. As now, that's just a fad. That's a trend, unfortunately, because of other people that I don't want to mention, because that's what they're doing. We don't need to follow into that. But if you're younger, I want you to know that you are you, and you should be you no matter what. Love yourself and be you. That's what I would say.
I agree with that. And I think that the images are just endemic to society. So I don't know, in the context of the ad in particular, I've thought about this a lot, to the extent that it's a billboard in Times Square, and that seems to be what spurred all of the outrage. Times Square is a cacophony of advertising.
Exactly. That's where I was about to go.
From
so
everywhere. And so I actually feel like the impact on an individual, tween or teenager who sees that in Times Square contrasted with all of the ads of beautiful models and Rockettes and all of these women that meet today's society's ideal. I don't think that lollipop ad is particularly going to be have more of an influence on them than anything else that they're seeing.
Like the bright lights. And everything they're seeing.
I think social media actually has more of a potential to have an impact on young people. And I do think it's unfortunate that that's the case. And I think the petition in and of itself, I thought, well, is it good because it spurs a conversation, right? I mean, the petition isn't going to get the company who's in a free market society making money selling lollipops. It's not going to get them to remove it. Maybe a better target is whoever's in charge of allowing what ads go in Times Square. But is the petition starting a good conversation like this where we can talk about, look, don't listen to social media. You have to be yourself. You can be beautiful no matter how you look. Or is it actually having the opposite effect? Because I never heard of these lollipops
until now.
I don't follow certain people on social media who hawk these things. So when I was like, oh.
No, seriously.
What are these lollipops?
Yeah. I feel like the moms that see the petition, they're going to be like, don't eat those. And it's going to be like in their desk at work.
Yeah. Right. The kids see it and it's like, oh, they don't want me to eat this, but I wonder if it works.
Or
and I don't know any better. So
good.
Yeah. Right.
And again, I hear, how the younger generation feels about social media and the pressures and all of those things. And not everyone, is afforded the opportunity to be raised by parents or a village like we were all raised, where, we had positive, influences, or even if there was someone, negative, there was someone around, kind of picking up the pieces. Maybe they didn't have that, or they don't have that now. My dad said something very wise, and I don't have children yet, but he said, when you have children one day, do not let these toy companies raise your kids.
Right.
Cell phones, raise your kids. Facebook, raise your kids. Instagram, raise your kids. And I know that we all we definitely care about the children and the next generation that's coming up. But I just think like the onus is on the adult influences in their lives, because we're not talking about cigarettes here, people. Like, we're talking about suckers that actually have good ingredients in them.
And I'm going to be honest, sorry. I think social media has taken a huge turn from the body positivity. I think I see more, based off when I was in high school, I didn't see really any man too, because it happens now, but I think more women back in high school. I didn't see them posting pictures of themselves loving who they are, like in a bikini, like whatever, doing those boudoir shoots that just make them feel sexy and all that stuff. But I see so much of it now, and I think it's starting to turn to really women starting to understand, like, this is you, and if you're okay with you, like, tell everybody about it. I think when women post pictures of themselves and they're like, this is me, I'm just like, yes, like, it's finally happening. And I think that's what we need to remember, and not suppressing your appetite. To me, that ad, it's going to be a petition, and it's going to be gone in a week or so. You're going to remember the people that you see on social media, the people you follow, and have all these, like, I mean, Kim Kardashian promoting it, and this might be too much for this video, but I'm saying, like, she is a businesswoman. Exactly. She is going to try to make money no matter what. So, exactly. Yeah. So I was like, she's promoting it? Okay. Like, she promotes everything, something every week. So I think suppressing your appetite in general, like I said, I'm for healthy, and I don't think you should eat a lollipop for 3 meals a day. However, just be smart about it. That's really what it comes down to. Do what you think's right for you. And that's what I think.
And just a side note, I did read that she could make up to $300,000 just by posting a picture of herself.
That's crazy.
So let me tell you something.
Yeah.
The pictures might go up on my Instagram. $300,000.
Yeah.
I mean, my biggest thing is I just want us to have, like, more conversations like this, especially with younger females who weren't raised like us, to have, like, a 2-parent household, or to know, hey, you are beautiful. Sometimes a lot of girls are, like, in a household where you're ugly, you will never be anything. They don't know their self-worth. And I just want us to, like, have that space to where we can just have that conversation, because a lot of people will never get that conversation, and they end up just wanting to do any and everything just so they can feel beautiful. And they see Kim Kardashian like, oh, I want that butt. Oh, I want those big lips. I'll do anything just to look exactly like that, because that's, in their image, beautiful. They get that attention. Some girls, they will never get that attention, because that's all they get is ridicule of, you're ugly and you'll never be anything. But everybody has their own type of beautiful, especially in this room. You're beautiful in your way. You're beautiful in your way. Everybody is. And I just feel like a lot of people, they don't see that. And I feel like a lot of people, they just really have to know their truth and know who they are as a woman and what they want to become. And I feel like social media is a great platform, and also it can be, has a lot of cons in it, but it just depends on who you follow and what you want to be. So,
It seems like I think the best change that could happen would be teaching young girls from a young age to support other girls, because I think that it's your more immediate social circle at school and so forth that I think probably has the biggest influence on how you view yourself and your self-worth. And if you have, popular girls or what who are telling you you're ugly, you don't meet the ideals, those are the kinds of things that stick with you.
So do you think that's more powerful than social media?
I think it's absolutely more powerful than
so
social
people
media.
can put the blame on social media, but it's like right in your own neighborhood, your own environment.
I can remember, and we're about to share this, I was probably 16 years old standing at a Clinique counter in a local department store, and I remember this group of kids walking by, and I heard one of them say, she'd be pretty if she'd work some of that fat off her hips.
Oh my
I've never forgot that. I didn't know these kids. I didn't, but that has stayed with me longer than any advertisement I have ever seen. And I look at social media now and how kids bully other kids. Even adults will call out. You'll see someone post a picture of themselves. This is me, I'm beautiful, and you get
somebody
all of
says
these
all kind of crap.
haters.
That's true.
Right.
And that is more of a personal attack, and I think that does more damage than any generic ad.
Really great point in just saying, like,
really getting down to who you are, that self-awareness, and knowing, and sometimes it can be hard. Like you said, you may not get those examples, but us as leaders and in our own fields and careers, we're not allowing, well, I don't think so because it doesn't seem like it, but we're not allowing any type of perceptions that we have on ourselves to keep us from going after our goals and dreams. And I loved how you just mentioned that. And so in closing this out, what advice would you give to just another woman entrepreneur who's like, this is what I want to do, but seen as like this billboard or seeing things like this on social media or the environments I'm in, I just don't feel good about myself, but I want to go after my goals and dreams. Like, what advice would you give them?
I think, honestly, pretty similar to what you said. It's not this, it's not what's on your hair, it's what you're putting into yourself. It's the time that you spend building your brand, building yourself as a woman, as a leader, as whatever it is that you're trying to be. And just that is what's going to build your outward confidence. Once you're confident in your skills and your talents, then you know nobody's going to be messing with you. You know?
Right.
Once you love yourself and you are confident in what you're trying to do, I think that's what's going to allow you to get to your goals.
I would say also find your tribe. I think, even if you didn't have that village growing up, when you I'll get like choked up about this because
find your
when
tribe.
you find your tribe, they don't have to be like you, but when you find a group of individuals who will support you and your individuality, that actually helps combat a lot of other negative influences. Yes, you have to love yourself and it has to come from within, but I think finding that support system of women and men that you really trust and who you know will support you is so important.
I love how you said that though, because those people are out there. So if you have this perception of nobody supporting you or nobody's giving you any feedback, that's a sign that you're in the wrong place, the wrong tribe. So go out here and find those people who are your tribe, who will accept you and, help you get to that next level so that you can go after your goals and dreams.
Yeah. I think no matter what you do in life, you're going to get criticized. If you want to lose weight, if you want to gain weight, if you want to, go and start your own business or whatever it is, you're going to get criticized, and you have to understand and accept that. It's just, it is what it is. People are going to have different opinions. So that being said, you have to find your inner strength and go for what you believe in, because nobody else is going to do it for you.
Right. So, and that's when you'll start feeling great about yourself, when you're doing that, when you're getting those wins and getting those opportunities and pursuing the goals that you have. That's what builds that confidence to me. Yeah.
So, mine would be, it's just like who you follow. It's just like you can press unfollow or block. Whenever you get
I do it really
simple.
No hesitation.
It's just so crazy. Why people don't think like that? Like, oh, I can't stand this message. I'm just like, hey, just block. That's all you have to do. That's the main thing. And then the other thing is just really like your faith. Like, who's really, like, why, what's your motivation to get up? What's your purpose? And once you find that, then you be complete with who you are as a woman. So,
I would say to be you, own you, love you.
Be you, own you, love you.
You are all you have. If you have children, you are all they have. So for me, being a realtor, it's new, it's exciting, because I've chosen to make it that way. Did people criticize me, or will they? I don't know, but I truly don't care, because I'm going for it because it's something I want to do. So if anybody has a goal, if anybody has a dream, buckle down and pursue it. Don't be your own wall. Don't be your own excuse. Just go. Put the excuses aside and say, you know what, this is what I want to do, or this is what I must do to get to the next point. So be it. Do it. Do what you need to get it done.
Right. Do what you need, or do what you, say it again.
Do what you need to get it done.
Do what you need to get it done.
But I also,
and
like
be
I said,
you.
Be you, own you, love you.
Be you, own you, love you. I think that is a good way to definitely close it. I know one thing for me is I always talk about like you do this, you go after your goals and dreams. And when I say you, I break it down to yes, open universe. Y-O-U. Yes, open universe. And I love that because it just opens up this thing like, yes, it's about you, but it's about going out there and like realizing that the world is big and you can do anything and not, like you said, let whatever you believe about yourself or whatever somebody else told you years ago stop you, and taking that ownership like you just said. So thank you so much. Like, this was a great conversation. We got thank you. I mean, I almost felt tearful, all kind of stuff. Because this is a dream come true for me too. So thank you for sharing your opinions. As you saw here today, everyone had their own great spin on it, their thoughts on this topic about the billboard in Times Square. But we want to know what you think. We also want to know if you resonated with anything that anyone said today. So definitely leave them in the comments. That's somewhere around here. You'll find them. And let us know what you think. Also, check out Dlang Designs. I am also going to post each one of these ladies' information in the comments in the description as well. So if you're looking for anything that they offer, definitely check them out. And again, this is Dlang with Dlang Designs. Let's create in life. Let's create in love. Let's create our goals and dreams. It is up to no one but you. All right? No one. All right. So again, thank you for tuning in, and stay tuned to the next episode. Yay!